Kristen, do you want to launch with intros and also recent launches?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. We can do intros first, and then I can follow up with the recent launches. But I'll go first. So, hey, everyone, I'm Kristin. It's great to meet you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the CEO of Topgg, and I joined last June in 2021. It's been about 10 months. 10 months so far. Prior to Topgg, my background is in product management and data analytics, and I've worked at a lot of companies that focus on the creator and passion economy space, or content ecosystem. So started my career at LinkedIn, then I worked at Twitch, and then I worked at Pinterest, and then I worked at SoundCloud before joining Topgg. I'm based in the Bay Area, and I guess as a fun fact, oh my gosh, I know we always say favorite game, but we can do favorite game and then maybe I'll just favorite animal. So my favorite game, I think I always say this, but I love Stardew Valley to relax. Then Apex Legends is always really fun. I definitely am better than looting than actually shooting, but it's still fun. I just feel bad for my teammates sometimes in Apex. And I know favorite animal, I gotta say dogs. I think I've shared my puppy named Meepo with you a couple of times, but thanks again for coming. Super excited about our second AMA for this quarter. Sinbot, do you want to go next and introduce yourself?
Hello. I'm an engineer at Topgg. I mostly work on the front end, and I'm based in Australia. Am I supposed to do my favorite pet as well?
I guess favorite game and favorite pet. We'll do both.
Favorite game? That's tough. Favorite game recently? I've sort of been playing Death Stranding. It's really interesting. It kind of has some really weird concepts that I find intriguing. And for a favorite pet, I really like cats.
Mic on. Thank you. So I'm Ayara. You probably know me as a community lead at Topgg. I've recently been doing a little bit of product work, specifically for auctions. And other than that, I was a volunteer here before I became a community lead. And in terms of my favorite game right now, it's Kirby, the Forgotten Land, the one on Switch. It's really, really cute. and so I really like it. In terms of favorite animal, probably like bunnies or hamsters. I just think that it's really cute. Yeah. Okay, back to you, Kristin, for recent launches.
Yeah, so I don't want to take up too much time so that we can spend the majority of the time on questions, but I just wanted to cover a couple recent launches and let you know about what's coming next. So you probably saw, we'll actually use some social posts this week, but if you've been using search on Topgg, you probably saw we launched a lot of new filters. So we'd love to hear feedback on them. Different filters for bots and servers. You can search by top and new, but you can also search by number of invites or number of members. We also have added category search, so it's easy to filter results a bit more, and also filtering by reviews. We have more planned here. So one thing that SingCat has been working on is languages. So we're actually going to do some announcements later this week, but we're going to add the ability to add up to 12 languages for your bot or server. And then people who are looking for them will actually be able to search and filter by them, which we're really excited about. We know that this was a highly requested feature as well. And we have a lot more fun kind of filters coming out. So if you have any ideas, please drop them at feedback.top.gg, and so that our team can take a look. I think in terms of other upcoming launches and recent launches, we've been actively working on auctions. I know one of the hot questions has been around when we're going to switch our payment provider. We know FastSpring is very difficult, and initially we had used it because it handled international taxes for us, but right now we're looking into other options, and so we're scoping out a couple from a product perspective, and then we're going to evaluate them in the next few weeks and then actually switch over to a new payment processor, which we're really, really excited about. IR has also been helping with a lot of different product work on auctions, and so we're excited in the next few weeks, or hopefully the next cycle, to add a couple new slots and then also expand auctions tags as well. And then we have a lot of work planned on auctions, just looking across the entire UX, fixing notifications, fixing the analytics page, fixing refunds, etc. So we're really excited to make that a much better experience for everyone as well. And I think a few other things that I want to add on the roadmap, we are going to be working on in the next few months, adding some more tabs to kind of your bot page or entity page. So we want to add an FAQ tab, a getting started tab, and then maybe even a command list for bots. So stay tuned for those. And we also are going to be doing some more work on ratings and reviews to help people filter them a bit more, and also add sharing to the site. And then last kind of update on the roadmap before we get into questions. I know a lot of questions in the last AMA were about, hey, where are you focusing on next? So next up for us, the next space we want to index is Roblox, and then Minecraft will follow shortly after. So stay tuned for that. All right, back to you, Ayara.
Mic off.
Wait, you might be on mute, Ayara. Sorry.
Mic on.
With my settings, sorry. So the next question we have is from Alan. What do you think of partnerships with different bots or servers?
Yeah, so we get asked about this quite often, and right now, just because we're a really small team, we're not really able to accommodate specific partnerships with different bots or servers, and we also at this time want to make sure that we're giving opportunities for all bots and servers to grow. So right now, we don't really have the capacity to support those, but if you have an interesting idea for a partnership or ideas there, you can leave that at feedback.top.gg, or you can email us at partnerships@topgg, and we'll do our best to get back to you.
Thanks, Kristin. And from Faith D, do you like lizards? And if so, what's your favorite species of lizard? I didn't know that there were different species of lizard. I'm so stupid.
Okay. I need everyone who's up here with me answer this question, but actually, I used to have a lot of pet lizards as a kid. I had a couple different types. I would have to look them up, but I had this, it was like a yellow gecko, and I think I was sad I scared it once, and I don't know if you knew this, if geckos get scared, they kind of like drop their tail, so I was very sad. To the room really and startled him when he dropped his tail, and it was really sad, but he was okay. But I had a lot of different other lizards. I just don't really know their name. I feel like there was one, like, there's something called a blue belly lizard. I'm not making that up, but one of them was also blue and really, really cool. Yeah, thank you for the fun question. Sinkat or IR, do you have any favorite lizards?
I didn't know that there were different species of lizards. Sorry.
My favorite lizard's a leopard gecko.
Okay. I'm the only dumb one here. It's okay. From Akshay. I am not sure if this has ever been asked before, but is Topgg eligible for Discord partnered or Discord verified? If so, if yes, is it going to happen?
Do you want to take this one, Ira? I know.
Yeah, for sure. So we're actually not. We were actually eligible for partnered a little while back. This was back in around, I think, December. But the main reason why we're not eligible right now is because of retention, and a huge part of that is because we require phone verification at our when someone joins our server, just to protect it from raiding and stuff. We are looking into alternative solutions to kind of allow people to participate in our community without that. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're not eligible for Discord partner. But in terms of verification, I do believe we are eligible, and we are looking into applying for that. But I can't give a timeline for this or whether we're actually doing it. But like, we haven't applied or anything yet.
Yeah, and I'll just add, to help us get partnered, I think it's often hard when you have a really large server. So if you want to be more active in the server, I think that helps us, right? IR.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. The next question we have is from Eden. Will there be more programs to help good and small bots grow?
Oh, yeah, thanks for this question, Eden. We actually do a couple kind of internal team brainstorms. And then this is or I think we talked about this topic before, and then we're also going to brainstorm on it again. This is something that's always on our mind. So what we're trying to do is, not only kind of work on auctions and make sure that there's opportunities for, smaller bots or smaller servers to participate, but also take a look at our product and see how we can, highlight these small bots or help more small bots and small servers get discovered through search and discovery. And I know that Ira and the rest of the community team and our volunteer staff have also been thinking of like creative programs, help them grow as well. I hope I'm not spoiling here, but I think there was a post about it in announcements. Maybe it's on social chat, but I know recently they did a very, very cool staff picks program. So we're always thinking about ways to highlight small bots. And just wanted to interject for anyone who is joining us now, if you want to ask any questions, you can drop them in the thread under general called Questions for the Quarterly AMA. But thanks for the question, Edith.
Thanks, Kristin. And their name is Shaq from Shaq. Sorry if I'm reading your name wrong. What is your most used bot? And also from John, what is your favorite bot or the most useful bot to you? And finally from Nini, in your opinion, what is the most underrated bot?
Okay, I'm going to make all of us have to answer these, okay? Oh my gosh. Most used bot. So I help do some onboarding for some different communities, and oh my gosh, most used bot. That's so hard. I guess it's actually probably Hydra to listen to music. We're using it right now, and then we also the Hydra owner is super cool. And I remember we did a panel with them too. So I always recommend kind of Hydra for music bots. Favorite bot? Okay, obviously I'm biased. I love Mimu because it's so cute. And also there are it has the cutest emojis or emotes in the server, etc. And then I think a really useful bot that people aren't aware of. We get a lot of questions from people who are new to Discord and setting up servers about bots, and sorry, I'm blanking on the name, but I believe the person who created Sticky Bot is on our volunteer staff. I'm so sorry, I can't remember. Everyone always makes fun of me because I can't remember everyone's different usernames and they always change. But I really like Sticky Bot, and I've been recommending it to a lot of people, especially when you're trying to set up your server or help people who are new to Discord. I think it's just really, really, really useful. And oh my gosh, most can that count as okay? I guess that I think for most underrated bots. I
think it does count.
Okay. Thanks. Kat, do you want to go next?
Most used,
favorite, and underrated.
Underrated. I'm not too sure actually. I'm not a huge user of bots. I think the bots that I use the most are the ones that I build for testing. But in regards to like favorite, that's a tough question. I'd have to say Pancake Bot, or just Pancake. That's a good bot. It's built by a friend and has some nice features.
Thanks, Kat. So for me, my most used bot would probably be my own, which is sort of a cop-out of an answer, but that's the most honest answer because I'm a big fan of dog fooding, which is basically using your own product. And so I end up using my bot a lot as a user. Usually not on my account, on another account where I just kind of experience user problems. I try to do this once a week for a period of time, and I put that as part of my schedule. It is important to me. The second thing would be favorite bot, most useful bot. My favorite bot would probably be Amari. It's a leveling bot, which also sort of has a little bit of a cute aesthetic to it. Very similar art style, and very consistent branding as well. The reason why I like it so much is because it is super customizable. I'm a huge fan of very customizable stuff that allows you to customize things to the very small nitpicky things, and Amari allows you to do that. And I think underrated bot would be Aphrodite. It's a mental health bot. It has been growing a lot recently, but the developer is someone really special, and they have like such a nice dream for their bot, and like it comes from such a like sense of need, and I really just like the kind of thought behind it. So I really like Aphrodite. Yeah. And from Topggs, sorry if I'm reading that wrong. When are y'all bringing back the certification program? This is referring to the bot certification program.
Yeah. So, sorry. So this program was actually something that existed before I joined in. Ira kindly helped me understand the history behind it. At this moment, at least from what I know of the certification program, we don't have any plans to bring it back, primarily because it was focused on giving perks to, larger bots. I think our, which is something that we don't necessarily, want to kind of favor larger bots over other bots, right? Like we want to make sure that we can build features for all of the bots and give everyone kind of a chance to grow and for servers as well. And so I think, I guess to answer the question right now, there's no plans to bring back the certification program. However, a lot of the kind of features around the certification program, we want to figure out how to, build those for everyone or figure out, what makes sense to extend to everyone. So right now, no plans, but if there are kind of perks you're looking for, different things, let us know in feedback.top.gg. But that's something we've been kind of looking to the past to learn more about and study, but we just don't have any formal plans there right now. I don't know if Ira, you want to add anything to that?
No. We don't plan on bringing it back for a while, and I don't think that if we do bring it back, it will be called the same thing, because I think I personally think that there were a lot of problems with the old program, and since it's gone, I can definitely say that. But I do think there's probably something else we can do to make sure that like newer bots are discovered. And from Gavin. So I think this is more of a question for Ollie, but I guess since you did talk to him, you probably have a good answer. Yeah. But how did you get the idea of Topgg, and why was it named Topgg?
Yeah, I can. So I'm not the original founder of Topgg. Ollie is, and right after I started, I think a month after, he happened to be near where I live in the Bay Area, and we met up for Boba. So I was able to hear the story of Topgg directly from him. So Ollie, if you listen to this recording, I hope I'm doing it justice. I think we shared it together before, and Ollie came up for a past MA and we did it together. So I think I could do it some justice. So Ollie shared with me, I believe when he was maybe in I think high school. I'm not sure what they call it exactly in the UK. He and his friends were building a lot of Discord bots. They had servers, and then they were looking for Discord bots, and there were no kind of lists or anything. And so he came up with the idea for what Topgg used to be called, discordbotlist.org. So it was actually called that. And then he was like, hey, we need a bot list. Let me just build it. So I thought that was like such a cool story. Like he saw a problem and wanted to build something that he and his friends could use. And it turned out to be a really big need. And then, grew from there. I joined after it was kind of renamed to Topgg, but maybe actually Syncad and Ira know a little bit more. But from what's been shared with me from Veld, also I know it was Discord bot list, and then there was Discord server list, and then at some point to consolidate everything together, kind of rebranded to Top.gg. And the idea is that it could be a top list for many different sorts of things that we want to index. But yeah, I don't know.
Thanks, Kristin.
If there's anything else, if there's anything else I missed, please chime in. But that's the history that I know.
No, I think you covered it pretty well. So from Gladiator, they wanted to ask, will you guys be upgrading your infrastructure to prevent the site from going down as often?
Yes, I will do the best I can as a non-engineer to answer this, but we might need you to jump in. So you may have noticed, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had maintenance time, and that was actually our first ever maintenance time on the site. So that was kind of our first step to start upgrading our infrastructure. There's a couple issues with our site going down. One is DDoS attacks, and then two is kind of getting overloaded by DDoS attacks and other things. But unfortunately, it's typically been DDoS attacks. So we are working on upgrading our infrastructure, and then also figuring out how, I guess, other measures we can do to prevent those things from happening. But our team has grown a lot. I think when I joined, it was 3 team members and I was the 4th, and now we're at 14. So we have a much larger team. So we're finally able to, work on infrastructure projects and also work on, auctions and site features all in parallel. Before I know, I'm sure Cynthia can speak to this. It's, when you have a really small team, it's really hard to prioritize when kind of everything's on fire. So we're still a pretty small team, but I'm really happy that we're kind of chipping away at tech debt and infrastructure. And I think not last sprint, but the sprint before, we actually had a whole sprint dedicated to tech debt. And the team has been working super hard on site performance. I don't know if anyone has noticed improvements there yet, but Sinkat, if you want to share a little bit about that, I think that might be fun for people to hear.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of infrastructure plans and stuff that will really help improve the site stability. But I think most of the downtime is related to unfortunate attacks like DDoSing and stuff like that, which is something that is in most cases inevitable. But with the changes that we've done in the past week and the changes that we plan on making in the near future, I feel like this won't become a problem anymore, and it's something that's soon to be alleviated. So.
Thank you, Sinkat. Okay, the next question is from Night Killer. What is it like running a large bot listing site, and how do you manage it seemingly well? And what is your favorite part about running a large listing site with support of the development community? And Gladiator also had a similar question, wanting to ask, how do you guys manage to run a giant bot list like Topgg, and what are the challenges of running a gigantic bot list?
Oh my goodness. Okay, how much time do we have? But no, I'm just, in all seriousness, I think it's been, I guess, what it's like. This is personally my first time working at a startup of this size. I think LinkedIn, when I was there, was 10,000 people. Twitch was maybe 900, and then Pinterest was, I think, 1,200, and SoundCloud was 300. And so when I came to Topgg, it was me, Sinkat, Zet, and Veld, and it was small. Now we're 14. So I guess starting there, it's definitely been a lot of fun, but challenging too, just when you have such a small team and so many different things to work on. We try our best to manage it seemingly well, but it's also tricky, right? When, we're trying to, get the site stable, we are trying to fix auctions, we're trying to build new features for everyone, et cetera. It's really tricky to kind of prioritize that. And I guess in terms of my favorite part, I would say when I was deciding whether or not I wanted to join Topgg, I spent a lot of time talking to Veld, but also just learning about Topgg and the community. And I would say one reason I decided to join Topgg was because of the community and how special it was. And then also just hearing about the community itself, like our volunteer staff, all the developers, server owners, creators, etc., is just, something really special. I guess as someone who's worked on all of these kind of creator and content ecosystems, or building at Twitch, I actually built products for developers and insights and data products, and then also worked a bit on extensions. I think, and also, similarly at SoundCloud, tried to help, musicians that were just starting out or DJs succeed. And then also at Pinterest, trying to help different content creators succeed and make it. I think what excited me most about Topgg was that, I view everyone who's, listing something on the platform as a creator, whether you're a server owner or a bot developer, or, game developers in the future. I really love helping people build their businesses or grow their projects, et cetera, giving everyone an opportunity to do that. I think I guess like one thing, sorry if this is getting way too technical, or I guess technical from a product standpoint, but I think like when I've worked on kind of creator or developer ecosystems, often the hardest thing about getting started is discovery. And so I love that Topgg, plays, I think, a really important role of that, and helped a lot of different projects get discovered and even become businesses too. So I think that's what's really, I guess, my favorite part. It's really great. And I know a lot of you have been, I love that everyone is like really vocal, sharing feedback, sharing ideas. I often say like the best ideas and feedback come, directly from the community, because we want to build, make Topgg make Topgg into an ideal product for you. So just thank you for sticking with us and giving us continued feedback. But yeah, I'll stop there. IR or Syncat, if you want to chime in on any of this, feel free to, please.
For me, honestly, I feel like I don't even experience half of it. So I don't think I really have a good answer. Do you have something to add, Syncat?
Is this what I like most about it?
Yeah.
What you like most and the challenges, yeah.
I mean, there's always challenges with implementing new features and making sure they work. But if it had to be anything, my favorite thing, like, I think the most challenging and favorite thing is kind of like they connect and integrate so much, because I feel like a lot of the things that I do as a challenge every day, it's like you're learning new things as you go along, and it's also a lot of fun as well. And my favorite part is learning new things and getting to implement really awesome things for the community. And yeah, it's just making new components and stuff. It's fun and challenging.
Thank you. For me, I had a little more time to think about it more, and I think for me it probably is. This is probably a double-edged sword, so I could probably answer for both. But because I'm so integrated in the bot developer community, just because I am a bot developer myself, it's a really helpful thing in my job, kind of, because I kind of firsthand experience some of the problems that bot developers face. But there's also the second part, which is like I'm no longer like as small of a bot developer, so I might not be like there's a little bit of bias there, right? When I'm working on Topgg and trying to suggest ideas that are that will help developers, and so there's a little bit of bias there, and also it gets really personal as well, because of how relevant it is with my personal project. So I think it's a bit of like a double-edged sword. Yeah, and the next question is from Faithy. What is your favorite childhood book?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna date. I mean, it's fine. I'm sure this will date me, but there's this one funny book I remember reading. My sister and I would read it all the time, called like Boxcar Children. I don't know if anyone knows what this is, but it's, I think this like family of kids like ran away from home. I can't remember, but they like lived in some boxcar in the woods, and my sister and I were obsessed with it. And then one day we packed all our stuff and we'd like beg my mom to buy a outdoor shed from Home Depot so we could pretend to live in it in the backyard. She did not buy this for us, but anyways, that was my favorite book.
Sorry, I think there was a helicopter near me and it was really loud. So from iLearner, do you ever think about known issues throughout your day?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I think, how do I explain this? So I've been, now I'm seeing Topgg, but I've been a product manager or worked in product management for a long time. And I think this is, I actually think a lot of people think about this, right? Like we know, like we do have this list of known issues that are kind of external. We do have a list of internal known issues, but, there's only a certain amount of us and so many hours in the day. And so we have to look across, everything, and we need to, do as much as we can, but we really have to prioritize. So I do think about the known issues, and those are always things that we're looking at and thinking about as we prioritize. But it's I think everywhere I've worked, like there's always been a giant running list of known issues, and you have to prioritize against what's most important for your community, your users, your company, the market, everything else. So we do think about it, but it's really challenging, especially when we're so small. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Kristin. So the next question is, why is Kristin's name so low in the user list if she's the CEO?
Fine. I don't think I think it's fine. I don't need it to be higher because I think I try to be in the Discord when I can, but I also have to do a lot of other things. But yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It doesn't need to be higher. It can be at the bottom. All of the staff is more important. Like, don't worry about me.
I think the more accurate answer here is we think of like a point of contact when we write the hoists. Like when we kind of like thought about like, oh, who is in the member list. We think about, oh, like who would people need to contact, and so we think that a huge part of it is like moderators and community managers. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be at the top as well, but just as a point of contact. Yeah, because usually people go from the top of the member list and just like DM people from top to bottom. So the higher you are, the more DMs you get. And Kristin as a CEO, she does a lot of other stuff other than just being in a Discord server. So that's probably why, in the more technical way. From GD Kid, if you had to place a price tag on the Topgg domain, how much would you say it's valued at?
I truly have no idea. I'm not very knowledgeable on the domain name supply and demand market. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I guess a lot. I don't know.
Maybe Sincat would have a good answer. I know he really likes domains.
At least $1. That's
accurate answer.
Extremely accurate. From Zooey. Sorry if I'm reading this wrong. What does an average day of work look like as a CEO?
Oh my gosh. An average day of work. I think it really depends. But I guess I will say a lot of meetings. I think IR and Syncat both have seen my calendar. People see my calendar like, what the heck is going on? I would say an average CEO, it really depends on I would say the size of company industry, but I try to spend a lot of time with the team. My background is product, so I'm working on that. I also have to figure out, operations, finances, legal stuff, etc. So there's a lot. I would say it's like a lot of meetings, but I also try to carve out time for, thinking about the strategy, the roadmap, prioritization. I still try to do it's really important to me to, read through feedback, do user research calls as well. So it's a lot, and also spend time with the team, and also check in with our volunteer staff as well. And then there's, I guess, things like external meetings for business development. We also, I have also tried to do different workshops to teach people about how to use Topgg, etc. So I think it can really vary. Truly vary day by day, but depending on the size of the company. And then sometimes, things happen and you kind of have to scramble, drop everything, and then figure out what to focus on. And I think one of the biggest challenges are also the fun things about being as a startup, where is, hey, if something happens, we're small enough and we can kind of pivot and focus on what we need to fix. Whereas I think or if there's a problem, we can fix it. Whereas I think at some larger companies, sometimes there's a lot of kind of red red tape, etc. Or things are a lot slower. The bigger challenge of a startup is that we just have much less people than some of those bigger companies. But I hope that answers your question. I guess the day changes. It changes like every single day and week to week. So I guess the only thing that's constant is that there's lots of surprises and change.
Thanks, Kristin. So from Tommy Foxley, are there plans to add tooltips to icons in Topgg? For example, the 3-bar icon, I'm referring to the hamburger menu. I don't even know if it's really called that. I have no idea what it means, and hovering over icons on most sites will tell you what it is. It would be really nice to see implemented.
Oh, thanks, Tommy. I see your question in the screenshots in the AMA, so I'm actually going to send this to our amazing designer, Grazian. It's something we've talked about, but with so much going on, we just haven't had a chance to prioritize it. But I definitely think it's really important just for usability and also accessibility, which is something we care about. So I think that's a fantastic idea, and I'll pass it on to him. And if you also wanted to track on when we work on things, I don't know if you've added it to feedback.top.gg yet, but if you want to add it there, what we do are in the community and support team will actually go and kind of update, what's planned for the future and like what's in progress there. But that's great feedback. Thank you.
Thanks, Kristin. From IG and Cutie, what is your favorite boba flavor?
Oh my gosh, this one's so fun. Wait, Erin, again, will you answer this first so I can think about it?
Yeah,
really,
I am.
Boba, so I have a lot of.
I am so basic. I like milk tea with bubbles. I've always drank that since I was like 7, so like it kind of just brings me back. Yeah, I'm super basic. Oh, I like milk green tea instead of milk red tea. If that makes a change, but it's still very basic. Sinka, do you want to go?
I didn't drink boba.
Oh my god! What?
Oh my gosh! Sinka, I just learned that. What?
I tried it like once. I don't know. I didn't.
Okay.
It work with me.
If we ever have a chance to see in person, I gotta like take you to some. I gotta try to change your mind.
Maybe
okay?
I just had that boba or something, but I haven't really.
Okay.
Really had the boba.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you hear how shocked we are. Okay, boba. The best boba I've ever had was in Taiwan. I mean, Taiwan. It's not invented there, but
oh yeah, it's like different. It's like really different. Yeah. It's really good.
It's amazing. But I guess luxury of being in the Bay Area, there's a lot of chains from Taiwan that have opened here. So there's one called Mr. Sun's. It's really good, and they make their boba fresh every day. And then they'll make stuff like black sesame boba, mango boba, strawberry boba, like all these different flavors that are of boba that are really good. I think that has the best boba, like pearls and beer. But there's this other one called Sunrise that opened up. I were just talking about this the other day, where I think their flavors are better, but oh my gosh, this is so hard. I guess I always will end up, this might be controversial, I really like taro. I don't know how to say it. I say the taro, but I think that's really good. But I know a lot of people, like my sister, think it's like super gross. So I think
it's super gross.
I know. It's okay. It has kind of a... She sorry, my sister said it looks like a vomit, but I think it tastes really good. I'll find a picture of it. It has kind of a weird texture, but otherwise I guess I usually will go for like a something like a fruit tea with like a green tea base, so like a passion fruit green tea or like mango green tea or something like that with boba. But yeah, there is a lot of good lots of good boba places. So yeah, if you have any favorites or good recommendations, drop them in general, and I'll take a look.
Thank you, Kristin. So from Kimberly, as creators and community builders, it's easy to lose motivation. Is there anything you can do that kind of keeps the drive that you started with when you begin a project?
I can definitely answer this, but I think out of everyone here, maybe if you want to speak to this from the perspective of Mimu, I think that would be really inspiring for everyone to hear.
Yeah, for sure. So this is something I've been struggling with so much recently. A little bit of context. I started Mimu around like three something years ago. So it's been a while now. And when I was creating it, I was interested in a lot of different things that is not the same as what I am interested with now. So I was interested in a lot of like cute things. I still am, but on kind of a different level nowadays. And so I've kind of lost the motivation a little bit with my community. What I kind of try to do is look for like positive feedback and just try to see, like how can I improve things? And I also try to find different parts of the job that I kind of enjoy more. For example, when I was starting, I was just trying to, I see it as a little bit of like a cardboard box plane, like a cardboard box vehicle that was just like sticking together. Whereas now I feel like I'm actually building something that could survive the rain, and so I try to find different aspects that you kind of enjoy more nowadays. For example, for me, it's like finding new infrastructure, finding how to make things more stable. The community and stuff is still something I enjoy, just in a different level. And so just trying to find like parts that you enjoy within it. And if you're burned out, try to like, stop working for a second, even if it feels difficult if you're working alone. I think that's probably my best answer.
Yeah, I can, I'm not a bot developer myself, but I can definitely share what it's like to, I guess, like feel challenged or like lose motivation. I think that, when that happens, I try to like, think about like, okay, why am I working on this? Or what inspired me to work on this in the first place. And then also I think just, we have this like fun channel in our Slack that we call, community love, where, whenever people like make nice comments or say thank you, we always kind of put that there and share it. I think just hearing, really good feedback, even if it's from a single person, is something that's like so motivating. So just hearing that, Topgg made a difference for you, or you loved like a new feature we built, or you're happy that we fixed something, that's honestly what keeps me going. It seems small, but it's like truly really, really motivating. And sometimes you just, I think, need to, I guess I didn't answer this part. Like biggest challenge of being a CEO, it's like probably like work-life balance, but it's someone, I have to admit, I don't set the best example for everyone. I talk to Ira about this, in the team about this a lot, but I think sometimes like if you're losing motivation, you just have to like actually like take a break and separate yourself from your work for a little bit. It could be for a day, it could be a couple hours. And I personally like to just like go do something else unrelated. So for me, it's like getting away from my computer, like going into nature, hiking, taking people for a run, or like I love, I may have talked about this, like I love cooking and baking as a hobby, like going to like make something different. And I think sometimes just taking a step away and taking a break and doing something else and then coming back helps kind of restore and rejuvenate me a bit when I face challenges. Zinka, did you want to share anything?
Sorry, what was the question again?
So the question is, as creators and community builders, it's really easy to lose motivation. Is there anything that you do that helps you keep the drive that you started with when you first began the project?
That's tough. I've been very bad with losing motivation on personal projects. Always. I think what motivates me is new and exciting ideas. For the work I do at Topgg, a lot of the excitement that I get, or like motivation to continue doing things, comes from like the new features that we want to build and like implementing them and seeing the awesome designs from our designer. It just gives me this like crazy empowered motivation to like implement it. I know that doesn't really answer the question directly, but I don't really do anything. It's just I get motivated by what exciting things that are in store for Topgg.
Thank you. So the next question is from Atharva. You recently introduced the Topggs initiative, and your bot reviewers review around 100 bots a day. So how can they remember each bot's specialty?
I guess.
So I can actually answer this question. Yeah. So for this specifically, I actually worked with Mac to introduce this initiative, so I know specifically how this works. We basically, I'm just going to be super transparent about how we do it because I like transparency. So we basically have a channel in our server, and the server is called Topggs, and they basically as they review bots, they leave it in that channel, and then the entire staff votes for it basically. And this happens every quarter. So we're doing this thing every quarter. So so in March was when we launched our first round of Topggs, and we're going to be posting them on socials shortly as well. But that's how we kind of keep track of it. We just kind of have them, post them as they check it. So that helps a lot, I think. Yeah. Did you want to add anything, Kristin?
I think you covered it. If there's anyone, I know we have some amazing folks from our volunteer staff here. If you want to chime in, I guess the AMA question start or general answer, could do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did want to shout out our bot reviewer. They're doing a fantastic job keeping the queue low, and I think most bots are getting approved within 2 or 3 days, which is really great. Yeah. From IGN Cutie, would you guys ever get merch like phone cases or anything for Topgg?
Oh yeah, this actually merch came out. I think in the last year came up a lot. This is something on our radar, and actually, this is a good reminder because I know Ira and I talked about it before, but we haven't had a chance to revisit it. We don't have anything kind of for the new future yet, but I can promise that Ira and I are going to talk about it, and we'll look into it. I know this has been a request from our community, so we'll see what we can do. But if you have any thoughts on what merch would be super cool, etc., please drop it at feedback.top.gg so we can know what you're looking for.
Thanks, Kristin. The next question is from Null. Will there be plans for paying the bot reviewers since they kept the site? Since they're keeping the site running and have a required quota every week, they should be at least paid, right? I have something to add afterwards, but feel free to take a shot at it first, Kristin.
Sure. Yeah. I definitely want Ira runs or leads community for us, so I want to make sure she can answer. But I think at a high level, we are one thing that I did after joining is kind of revamp some of the kind of ways we're approaching our volunteer staff, but. The idea, sorry, I'll jump in if I'm saying this wrong. The idea is that people start out as bot reviewers and then move to moderators, which is a paid role. So the bot reviewer is a trial period before becoming a moderator, and then community manager is kind of the next step after that. But or if you want to chime in.
Yeah. So that is kind of the way we kind of structure it right now. Whilst there is a trial bot reviewer role, we do kind of want someone to kind of, get used to their role, get comfy and get to know the team and show that they can, do bot reviewing before we put them into a more overwhelming role, which kind of does cover and it covers a huge part of the site and the moderators do a fantastic job, but we kind of want to see that. Another thing is we do have initiatives for bot reviewers and contributors in general, and also ways to reward them. I don't want to specifically specify here, but we do have some specific rewards, some monetary, some physical, and some just different initiatives that we've been launching. So some of it is it's not a fixed hourly wage or anything for something like that. I don't think it would be best, like it wouldn't be too fitting for a volunteer position, but we do have like specific initiatives, some of which are monetary, if that helps. I don't know if it's too big. Yeah. Yeah. So the next question is from Ray. How often do you guys review staff applications?
I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah, so we actually have a sheet, and all of our mods weigh in when it comes to staff applications. But the main person who kind of handles it is Zaya, which is one of our support associates who also help out as a community manager. So Zaya ends up reviewing all of them, but all of the moderators kind of just do them as like kind of asynchronously. Like it's not like everyone in a VC and discussing kind of thing. Like we do discuss together, but a lot of it is asynchronous and continuous. So like maybe today I might be checking and maybe tomorrow it's someone else checking it. It's a continuous process. As for once this is kind of went through by like maybe like 5 or 10 moderators, Zaya goes in and kind of finds at least maybe like 10 or so good applications, and then does the interviews like that, so that we don't end up having to train like one person every week. Instead, we can train like 10 people at once, just for efficiency purposes. Yeah, so the next question is from Derpy. Will Topgg be expanding outside of bots in general and possibly move into areas of promoting other types of projects such as desktop applications, API services, indie games, other website, etc., or just full out become the next big social media platform and replace Twitter?
Oh, thanks, Sophie. I love all of your ideas. Your thinking so big. I love it. I also love your I don't know why I always remember Derpy because I love your picture on Discord and name. It's so cute. So I think I might have said this early at the beginning of the AMA, but the idea is that we really want to become this hub for community building and discovery. And on Discord we've indexed both the communities themselves, servers, and then also the tools, bots. And so we're next hoping to move into Roblox, Minecraft, and then other spaces as you mentioned. Funny story, when I started this job, I used to work at Twitch actually. So some people from Twitch called me and they were like, wait, when are you going to do this for, Twitch communities and Twitch bots? And I was like, oh, maybe at some point. So there's a lot of different things out there, and we're hoping that our kind of scale approach to index communities and the tools around them could be applied to other places as well. So thanks for the great question.
Thanks, Kristin. So the last question we have before I think we can close off is from Joystick Plays. What concept of moderations do you guys have in place to prevent malicious bots to be in Topgg, except for reporting a bot that has passed review?
I think I can answer this a little bit, but Farah, do you want to? I guess you have the most in-depth knowledge of bot review, et cetera, if you want to answer first.
Can you answer first?
Sure. Yeah, I can answer first. Please correct me if I say something wrong about the bot review. I know the high level, but not all the intricate details. So for us on Topgg, I think what sets us apart from a lot of other lists is we're kind of known for having some of the, I would say, strictest or highest requirements for bots to pass our guidelines. I know that if you look at our support article, support.top.gg, you can look at the support article to actually dive into what those requirements are. So every single bot was reviewed by our amazing volunteer staff team and tested, etc. And we don't let the bot through until it passes like all our checks. So that's the first check. Beyond that, I don't believe we'll actively revisit. However, our volunteer staff will actively review user reports about the bots or reviews, etc. So, or if we see some complaints online or social media, etc., we'll go in and take a look. But to my knowledge, that's kind of the main avenues for moderation and reporting after something goes through the manual review process.
Yeah, so I used to be a mod, so I have some stuff I can add to this. And this isn't something that's like often done, like a lot. Like it's not like something that mods like spend like 90% of their time doing. Like definitely not. They'd probably be doing reports or checking bots, etc. But other than reports, we have as a moderator specifically, I would groom specific tags or pages on the site. And we would also look at, right now, we also do look at reviews, but we do groom specific tags and pages on the site to look for specific things, which is a very big answer. But this is, we kind of look for like bots with weird tags or specific things that's like kind of jumping out to us within the site. We don't, and obviously if we're trying out a bot as well on a personal level and see something weird, we also, try to take action. But the main avenue for getting, like, if you see a malicious bot is reaching out to one of our mods, you can DM any of our mods. That most of them do have their DMs open, and or you can report it directly on the site. Like both ways are the best way to reach out. And if you're reporting by the site, I suggest you include an image, like link to Imgur or something. It would help us a lot to have evidence. But that's pretty much it. But we do groom like specific tags on the site as well. Okay, I'm going to pass this back to you, Kristin, to talk a little bit about Product Hunt.
Yeah. So I think you may have seen some examples. Or sorry, not examples, an announcement about a contest or giveaway. Okay, a giveaway that we're doing. So one exciting thing is that we're going to be launching Topgg on Product Hunt in the next 2 weeks, and we're in preparation for that launch. We're asking everyone to help create accounts in advance so that we can get as much support as possible on launch day and help more people learn about Topgg and come to us to find Discord bots and servers. So I think if you check in announcements, you'll see, or there's actually a channel, called Product Hunt Giveaway with all of the details. If you check that out there, we would love for you to sign up, and you'll have a chance to win a $20 Amazon gift card. And then we'll keep you all posted on when we launch. We didn't get any questions about this, but I just wanted to take kind of the last minute to thank everyone. We did have a bit of I guess I'll call it a Product Hunt scandal last week, and you may have seen my announcement, just kind of summarizing it, when a company that used to be one of our bigger customers actually scraped Topgg and launched a competitor on Product Hunt. Just wanted to thank everyone for all of your support, in our server, outside of our server, on social media, etc. Just really meant a lot to me, our community, volunteer staff team, the team, etc. So thank you to everyone who spoke up and really had our backs throughout the situation. It was definitely a pretty rough situation, but we made it through, and we're really excited for our own Product Hunt launch in a few weeks. So if you please enter our giveaway, and we'll do some more announcements on launch day. And just thank you in advance for your support. And I guess in the very last minute, just wanted to say thank you again so much for coming to the AMA and for all the great and very fun questions. We try to do these once a quarter, and we'll do 2 of them to accommodate for different time zones. But yeah, just thank you so much for coming, and thank you for all of your support of Topgg and being a part of this this community. It really wouldn't be what it is today without you. So thank you. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, thanks, Kristin, and thanks everyone for coming.
I'm just saying, Jenna, we actually have a TikTok, but we haven't posted anything since. So if you have TikTok ideas, tell us. But yeah, I know our AMA, just because of the time zone, I know this AMA is a little smaller than usual. But the ones, I guess, early in the morning, sometimes we've had like a couple hundred people. But yeah, all right, thanks everyone.